So today I'm joined here with Adam. So Adam was one of my first clients when it comes down to when I launched my online fitness. So Adam, tell me a bit more about yourself. Like, what do you do, and what was your fitness goals when joining on the program?
So yeah, as you said, my name's Adam. Currently working, also studying. Basically, the reason I joined the program was to lose weight. Obviously, before I joined the program as well, I did lose some, but I wasn't going to the gym. So then I decided to ask for your help. That also helped me lose more weight, build some muscle, and yeah, that's basically it.
Sick, bro. So take me back to like when we actually first. Obviously, we know like we go way back since high school, bro. But obviously, tell me a bit more about when did we actually like, start working together, bro? And like, what has been the biggest results? So like, take me like far back to when we started, bro.
So I think we started roughly, was it November, December last year?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, from then built a lot of muscle that I couldn't obviously see because all the fat covering it. And then yeah, obviously dropped down a lot more weight and it's made me more confident as a person and it's helped me out a lot.
Yeah, sick. So 100%, bro. Like the whole process has been actually crazy from where you started, bro. And it's only been like 5 months as well. So tell me a bit more about like the results. Like what was your weight before starting? So tell me a bit more about. You mentioned that you lost weight before. So tell me a bit more about how much weight you lost before, and then what was the main reason for like wanting to start up the program, and what has been the biggest jump in the weight difference as well.
So when I first started, I was very big. I was 154.5 kgs. This was around the middle of last year, so June probably.
Yeah.
And basically, when I lost about, let's just say, 30 kilos, and then I got to like a plateau where I just wasn't losing any more weight, lowered down the calories a bit, still wasn't losing much. That's when I decided to ask for your help, decided to sign up for the gym. After that point, I've dropped another, well, like 17 kilos, which is the best thing I could have asked for, to be honest. And obviously, it's helped me build muscle as well. So, yeah, perfect, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sick. For sure, man. So, like, you mentioned that you lost like 20, 25 kilos before as well. So, what was the biggest decider into being like, oh shit, well, I've lost 25 kilos, which is actually insane. But what was the main reason for like wanting to actually start on the program? So, you mentioned you hit a plateau. Tell me a bit more about the plateau as well.
Yeah, so basically, because at the time I wasn't going to the gym, I was just obviously lowered down my calories. So I was like, obviously something has to change, and the one thing I wasn't doing was being active.
Mm.
So I obviously signed up for the gym, and then I saw you were starting your fitness program.
Yeah.
Asked you for some help, helped me out a lot, man.
Mm.
So that was basically it.
Yeah, for sure, bro. So, what do you feel like has been the biggest thing that's helped you within like the program itself? You mentioned that you weren't doing much training before, you didn't go to the gym, and the biggest thing that's helped was the gym. So, what do you feel like has been the biggest change? Like, what's helped you a lot on the program?
The main thing that's helped with the program is the structure, like having the training plan, the nutrition here and there. That was the main thing, obviously, because obviously if I started going to the gym, I would have no idea what I was doing. I would just do a bit of everything and just hope it would work out. But now, having an actual like set plan and following something every time I went was like the best thing.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. 100%, bro. And like, tell me a bit more about like, what was your schedule like before? Like, what was the routine like? What was your nutrition like before we started? So, what's been the biggest difference from like before we started and to now?
So basically, the difference now, obviously, just eating a lot better foods, like more like whole foods, less processed, less junk, stuff like that. And I would just wake up, eat, sleep, wake up, eat again. Obviously, just the same process, not moving at all, no sports, nothing. But now the gym had like a consistent, like every few days would go 3, 4 times a week. Even during uni times, I would go just to stay consistent. It seems to be paying off.
Mm. For sure as well. Yeah, for sure. So take me back to like before we started. Like, what was your biggest struggles like back then? You mentioned that the structure's been the biggest help with like the training, obviously the nutrition, logging through and actually tracking everything as well. What would you say the biggest struggles were back then from hitting that plateau as well?
I would say the biggest struggles are obviously just confidence, really. Like having the confidence to start something new.
Like going to the gym.
Yeah, yeah. Like obviously doing that and stuff, something new is like can be like somewhat like
Yeah.
nerve-wracking sometimes.
Yeah.
So obviously having someone there and helping me out with that made me like actually want to go and like be more confident starting something. Because man, like if I went without any help, as I said, it'd just be like confusing, just
Yeah.
praying something works out.
Yeah, especially with like all the stuff online as well. There's just like so much misinformation. Like this person's telling you that this is the best for fat loss. This one's telling you this is the best. There's just like heaps of different shit online as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, for sure, bro. 100%, bro. So tell me a bit about like what changes have you made to your nutrition that's really helped as well. So you mentioned that the structure of the training and everything that's really helped as well. But as you know, like with fat loss, nutrition is like most of it as well, like eating less food. So what would you say the biggest changes with your nutrition you've made? Like we were talking before, you mentioned like you didn't understand how many calories were in specific foods. Yeah. Pretty crazy now that you actually know as well. So take me to the difference of the nutrition back from when you started, like when you weren't trying to lose fat, to like now. What's been the biggest changes, bro?
So when I first started my weight loss, I think what I've calculated or found out was that I was eating like 13,000 to 15,000 kilojoules a day.
Oh, kilojoules.
No, calories. No, that would be
Crazy.
crazy. No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, so kilojoules. So then I basically halved that. Now I'm on like 7,000 kilojoules a day. So that's like pretty low. So, but the main thing is just eating low calorie, high protein foods consistently, trying to avoid junk as much as possible. Obviously here and there, like go out with friends, maybe have a meal or two. But other than that, just straight consistency, chicken, meat, potatoes, rice, just all like the basic foods. But like obviously, it's still meals I enjoy because basic meals obviously I just wouldn't want to stick to it. So just trying to have like a variety of things and things that taste good obviously help a lot.
Yeah, for sure, bro. That's sick as well. Yeah, what was your nutrition like before? So like when you first like started to try to lose weight, what were you eating? Because I know you have a brother at home and he would always like buy fast food and he would buy it for you as well. You mentioned that you were eating like 13,000 kilojoules a day. What was your nutrition like back then though? Was it just eating whatever?
Yeah, realistically, just anything. A lot of sweets, a lot of like snacks, like fast food every day. Like it was pretty bad, man. So it just wasn't anything like good for the body. So everything I ate, high calorie, made me gain weight, made me feel like terrible. Like it just wasn't the best.
Yeah, 100%. For sure. And like beyond results, obviously you've dropped like 40 kilos in fat as well. And like it's a massive drop within the scale, bro. It's actually crazy to think about in less than a year.
Yeah.
Like it just goes to show when you do have that structure with knowing about like how to actually lose fat as well. It's just crazy what results you can see, bro. But tell me a bit more about like how this whole transformation has like changed your life, bro. Obviously you've dropped heaps on the scale, but like tell me a bit more about how it's changed your relationships, your confidence. Like you tell me a bit more about your job. Obviously it's changed your job as well, helping that. So tell me a bit more about that.
So yeah, obviously lost a lot of weight. So now being able to just go shop at a normal shop for clothes, that's like one of the best things in my opinion.
What's the difference? Like what did you start with, like with your clothes and stuff?
Like always just ordering the biggest sizes, having to like look out on sites, making sure they have the right size, checking measurements. Now usually can just straight up order anything I want really. That obviously the sizes are still pretty big, but at least they're available,
Damn.
And obviously now for working, I wasn't working because like I literally don't think I could have handled it. But now that I've lost that much weight, I can stay on my feet a lot longer.
Damn.
So now that I'm like able to work those full shifts without like getting extremely exhausted and tired, and like that's just obviously helping me just be set for the future.
Yeah. 100%, bro. And obviously, like, we go way back from high school as well. Like, I remember when I first started the gym, I was, like, trying to get you into the gym because I know how much fitness changed my life as well, bro. So, like, on a, like, deeper level, how did, like, the relationships change, bro, with, like, because obviously you've gone from, like, 150 to 111, you mentioned?
Yeah.
It's, like, 35, 40 kilos, bro. What is the relationship difference? Like, how do people actually treat you differently now that you've lost the weight compared to like at the start? Because I know relationships changed like so much when I built muscle and everything. Tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah, relationships 100% changed. Like obviously when I was bigger, I think people took me less serious because they thought I was like just wasting my time, just gaining all this weight. I think they just looked at me differently. Now I feel like I'm able to like connect more with people, like especially people at like uni, for example. If like I meet new people, I feel like if they saw me back then, they wouldn't try to take me as serious. But now I think like they look at me like, oh, like he's not like he can take care of himself to some degree.
Yeah.
I think before, especially like going from high school till now, the people who like in high school didn't take me as serious because of my weight, I feel like now might look at me slightly differently.
Yeah.
Like just that difference of like respect.
Yeah.
And basically,
That's sick. Especially if you haven't seen people in ages. Like, I haven't seen you in a few months, bro, and you like just literally changed so much. Like within just like your clothes, bro, like you mentioned. So like, so you mentioned that you were trying to like fit in the biggest clothes as well. Was it like 4XL, 5XL?
really depended on the brand, but it was just literally the biggest size of everything.
That's crazy. Yeah, fair. 100%, bro. Like, what was the main like motivator? Like, take me back to like when we actually started working together, like, or even like when you first started as well. What was that main motivator? Like, why did you feel like then was the right time to lose fat? Because I know before that you were like, oh, I want to lose fat, and like everyone knows they want to lose fat and they know how it would actually change their life. But like, what was the main reason why you started then compared to like months and months ago? If that makes sense. Bro?
Yeah. So basically, I always kept dragging it out, as you know. I would always say I'll do it, never actually did it. But then I took a photo at uni I was in a uni group for like a assignment. And I took a photo and I saw myself in that photo and I was like, nah, something's got to change.
Real.
Yeah, like that was like the first thing. I was like, holy, like damn, like something needs to change.
What photo was it? Was it just a?
It was just me with my group members basically. And then I saw myself and I'm like double the size of everyone. So I was like, something seriously needs to change. So then that was like a stepping stone to it. And then obviously, like, the more I thought about it, I'm like, man, like, it can't be that hard. I always see all these like influencers and celebrities losing weight. And like everyone else around me has lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, I just got to try and see what happens. And I didn't realize how simple it was at that point. But then obviously, when I started, I'm like, it's not that hard, just have to stay consistent.
Yeah. 100%, bro. It's like, yeah, so many people say they want to start doing something. It's like, even with people that watch me, like they always say, I want to start tracking my macros, or even just small things, bro, because the small things add up to a bigger thing as well. Like the steps, the nutrition, the small things are going to lead up to fat loss, muscle gain, whatever it may be, bro. So what would you tell someone who's like on the fence? They've been watching my content, they've seen all the results, the transformations, the testimonials. What would you say to someone who's like on the fence of like actually taking that next step and like investing into themselves?
I'd say, firstly, 100% take that step. It's going to be worth it in the long run. And basically, just stay consistent with it. Like, the difference that it makes on a person is like so worth it, no matter what the price is, to be honest. Just obviously have to stay consistent with it, and then, just see how it goes, man.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to ask you this as well, like, because obviously you wanted to lose fat for so long as well. Like, what do you feel is more expensive? Like, was struggling for like years before that, or like taking that initial step and investing into the program itself?
100% investing in the program like was the cheaper option and the better option, because the amount of money I would go spend on fast food every day was just not worth it, man. When I can buy just like whole foods for like a third of the price and make like 4 meals out of it. That was like, after I realized that, I was like, yeah, like it needs to change.
So you got to that realization that you were spending like hundreds on like fast food and everything, and it wasn't obviously helping you lose fat in that. So that was another realization, like, I'm spending all this money on food. Like, I wanted to actually benefit myself with like my fitness journey as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like the amount of money I put towards it, and I never actually like paid attention to it because it was just such an easy purchase. It's obviously I live pretty close to like a couple of them. Doesn't help, and just like obviously that had to change. That was like the biggest factor.
Yeah, bet. Yeah. Easy, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming and talking about all your fitness journey. But other than that, appreciate you.
All good, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.